What is up, everybody? This is Rob, and I am coming to you live from where I am right now. And I haven't been on live in a long time. And, it's just kind of one of those things where life happens, it takes you somewhere very far away. And next thing you know, you are, you know, in the middle of wherever, and you have to figure things out. So I spent the last couple months just basically figuring things out. I'm just learning how to, operate in this new environment over here and still continue to develop my course content, and the value that I bring you guys every single day in kind of a austere environment. I can't really go into detail where I'm at, what I'm doing, but what I will say is that for the last 3 months, I have been building and building. I've been working behind the scenes a lot to build up what I have in order to give you more. So for instance, we put together a website, which I'm hugely proud of. Huge. Put together a YouTube channel, and put together a newsletter, and I put together a live presentation and an ebook for basically all this great value out there for you guys to take in anytime you want. And I have to apologize for a few things. One, the lighting is terrible where I'm at here, and it's just the way it is. I'm sorry. I don't have anything really to offset it. I just have to operate with what I have, and that should be, a telltale sign for you guys. Like if you face adversity, I hope I said that right, adversity. If you face things in your life that are happening that cause you to prevent you to work whatever it is that you want to work, if it's your business or whatever other goals that you have, you got to find ways to keep going. And so, I think there's a few things that the quality have stepped down a little bit. For instance, the presentation of my live videos, the frequency in which I post, and it's just, that's just part of life. But you can overcome it. So, real quick, hi, I see my wife, Amy, very beautiful. I'm so happy that you're here, honey, and welcome to anyone else that comes on. So, with that said, I wanted to talk to you guys this week about something that I have developed over the last month or so that keeps me on track as far as getting your guys the content to my different mediums, my Facebook group, and my newsletter, and my Instagram and stuff like that. It just keeps me on track, because if I don't remember to do certain things, I kind of kick myself, and it's basically like a to-do list. I mean, it's a to-do list on steroids, to be honest. And this, I actually, because I am military, I tend to call this is called my battle rhythm. Okay, what battle rhythm? But the reason I call it battle rhythm is because it gives me a bird's eye view of the activities that I'm supposed to do, broken down very carefully to the things I have to do every single day, in my business to move ahead. Okay. So I want to show you, I actually have a couple drafts here, but this is actually my first draft right here. This is called the weekly battle rhythm. All right. You can call it whatever you want, to-do list, whatever clever name you decide. It's your business. Everything you do is your business. So, take ownership over it, however you want to do. But this is basically a very detailed, broken down list of everything that I do on a daily basis, what time I do it. And, I do it in a way that, let's say this is my first draft. And I did this last week the best I could. And what I did was, as it went on throughout the week, I took notes as to what I forgot. And actually, I'll be honest with you, I didn't do most of it, because, that's just the way it rolled last week. My job is very dynamic, and it's just part of taking that messy action. Sometimes you just don't do everything that you want to do. And it gets frustrating as an entrepreneur, and I get it, and it's fine. But, you always seek to improve. And that's why I took all these notes. So weekly battle rhythm, I call it. It's really clever. And then it just goes by the day. Okay. And I break it down. So, for instance, on Monday, there's Sunday, I try and take off every single day, every single Sunday. I try to take off. Does it work like that all the time? No. But as I get closer to returning home to my family after this tour of where I am, I'm going to get my activities down to a science where I can take every Sunday off, and there's absolutely, no business or anything going on Sunday, and still be effective, and still be an effective entrepreneur. But Monday, all right, we start with I wrote down workout Gary Vee because I like to watch his videos. But the thing is, as you can see, I never watched Gary Vee, right? Because I just don't have time to sit in front of my computer and watch a vlog or anything like that on YouTube. So I went ahead and switched it to podcasts that I'm going to view every week, because podcasts I can listen to while I'm, doing things like using the bathroom, or, maybe in transit, not driving somewhere. You shouldn't be driving using your headphones, but maybe riding in the back of a bus or something like that. So, and then I break it down in the morning. I write down what I do for my 3 business centers. My Evanescence fan account, my Food Prep Life account, and my Instagram mentoring, which is what I do here. And I just break it down to activities that I do, okay? And then I move to the evening, do that as well. I start kind of working on my weekly blogs and stuff that I do for the Facebook groups. And then I start my newsletters. It starts start newsletter, right? And then at bedtime, I just singularly tweet, because by then I'm kind of a wrecked mess mentally from the day and everything. And all I really have the brain power left to do is just make a single post on Instagram, just to keep my activity high on the algorithm, so that my stuff always stays on the top of the, on the top of the algorithm and stuff like that. So, I can probably make a video and really break down. But as you can see, throughout the week, I put little notes in there too, just to say, hey, on this day, I'm going to put my call to actions, okay? And usually I do my call to actions, it depends. Because, like, for instance, call to actions, I don't necessarily, I'm out to sell anything. It's just my call to action might be to join my Facebook group, or it might be to subscribe to my newsletter. And basically, it's like deepening the relationship with that follower at that point, to which you would then further nurture from there. But as they subscribe deeper into your content, also they realize, hey, this person, they start to develop a huge trust with you. And that's what you're trying to gain with these people, is trust through an automated process. So this was last week's, all right, kind of written all over the place. And I took all these notes, okay, and I created this week's. So this is the week I'm on right now, and there's no less it's just as bad scribbled on there as it was before, just because I'm finding that there's some activities that work better doing right away in the morning rather than doing them in the evening. Because, like, for instance, here's an example here. Let's look at Monday. And I'm sorry, I use like silly acronyms and abbreviations and stuff. That's just me, because I'm a military guy. But you can use whatever you want. It's a wonderful thing. And by the way, I just use this. This is just This is just something I Googled. It's a week-long calendar that I just printed out on PowerPoint, and then I just entered all the words into there. That's all I did. So, but usually what I do is Sunday, for the most part, I took off. One of my things on Sunday is, review the battle rhythm. So every Sunday I look at how my last week did and say, how can I improve on it? And then that's when I make the changes from this week to this week, okay? And then also I write down some goals that I want to try for this week. So maybe some side stuff, like, for instance, there was a thing that I sent out a newsletter for my social media. This right here, I sent out a newsletter, and the banner on top, which is the same banner, because consistency is key, right? The same banner that was on top of my newsletter, that's also on top of my website, also on top of the Facebook group, also on top of the, wherever, the word there was spelled wrong, THERE, That's what I had written up there. It's supposed to be Their, right? And this person emailed me back, said, hey, by the way, this is spelled wrong. And I'm just like, ugh. Ugh. So before I went live, actually, I went ahead and went back into what's called Canva. Canva.com is what I used to make all those graphics. And I changed every single banner. It was tedious, but I did it. And therefore, I marked off one of my goals when I did my Sunday Battle Rhythm review. Marked off one of my goals, fixed banners is done, okay? And then what I want to do, another goal, is to dig into my websites and look at site transitions, because when you're building a website, and I can go deeper into this as we go, they give you the option from going from one page to another how you want to transition. And right now, some of my websites, you click on it and new windows pop up, and it's very distracting to me, and I don't like it. So that's something I've been meaning to fix, and I'm going to make it my goal to do it, okay? So as we go on, I also write down how long this group of activities took me to do. Like, for instance, in the morning, doing all this for my 3 social media ventures took me 15 minutes, okay? It took me 15 minutes to blast through it. So that tells me that I could take some of my more time-consuming activities and maybe put it up there, and in that morning block, because that's, to me, that's kind of when my most available time is in the morning. When I'm at home, usually I get up really early in the morning before my family does, whatever, and that is my most available time. That's when I tend to do most of my activities, is in that hour and a half block or whatever I have, so that the rest of the day I could just concentrate on the more easier things to do, like throwing out a singular post or doing follows for follows, or whatever the case may be. So the more complicated, tedious work usually takes place when I have the largest time. So being that I see that this takes 15 minutes, I can start taking all this other stuff here and start shoving it up there. So therefore, if my day were to take off, or if it gets all crazy or whatever, I will know that most of the stuff, and a lot of it I don't like doing. It's kind of like eating that frog, right? If you ever read that book, it's great. But most of the stuff I don't like doing, I get it done right away in the morning. Therefore, I know that for the rest of the day, I'm a lot less stressed, because the hard stuff is done, and I could just concentrate on the easy stuff, which is just posting or doing follow for follows or stuff like that, okay? So the morning activities, 15 minutes. This was yesterday. Evening activities only took me 20. And then the bedtime activities, I forgot, because I was tired. I was just talking to my wife, and love her very much, and then after that I just zonked out for the night. So let's see what else. So right now I'm on Tuesday, and pretty much getting everything done. Right now the activity I'm concentrating on is on where it says IG Facebook Live. That's what I'm doing right now. And once I'm done with this, I'll mark that complete, and then we'll move on to Wednesday. All right. And then as we go, I'll keep taking notes. That way, next Sunday, or this coming Sunday, I will do another Battle Rhythm review to see how I can tweak it and fine tune it, so that I can maximize my available time and be the most efficient, in order to not only get good value out to my followers and stuff, but to make sure that I maximize my free time that I have, that I can spend with my family, or whatever it is that I can do, otherwise. Because everything needs to be a balance, and it's very, very easy as home-driven entrepreneurs to just get sucked into hours in your phone and hours into your laptop, and next thing you know, hours have gone by. The kids, they're running all over. Your husband or your wife is wondering what's going on with you, and you got to make sure that you balance everything, because if you create a rhythm, for a battle rhythm for yourself, that enables all of your activities to be done, okay? And then you are able to put down the phone when those activities are done, which is important. And I'm going to tell my wife, I'm sure she's still watching right now, I'm going to tell her right now that I'm going to spend whatever time I have left here to really hone down these activities. So when I'm done, the phone goes down, and I'm concentrating fully on my family. Because I will admit, 2017 was a very distracting year for me. I spent way too much time on my phone and stuff. And I'm trying to create more efficiency in my businesses, so that I can spend all the time I can with my family, and carry on my normal business, and then still be successful at my side hustle, if that makes sense. So anyway, that is a battle rhythm. So anyway, that is my presentation for you guys. And I'm, I don't think there's anyone else that's on right now, but, if there is, I will take questions for a few minutes and everything like that. But everything is good. I'd like to say hi to my wife again. How are you? And what I'm going to do is with this video, I am going to upload it onto YouTube, onto my YouTube channel, which all you have to do is just look up Robert Fitton. You'll find me on YouTube. And then you will see not only this, but all the videos I've done on this Facebook group. You'll see on there, all ready for you to watch and catch up if you wish to. If you want to see what else I've talked about in the last, I don't know how long I've been doing this now, for the past 6 months or whatever. So anyway, but in case you're wondering, everything's good. Missed the family like crazy, and I was ready to come home to them. But until then, I'm going to maximize the time that I have to create efficiency. So my time with them at home is better spent with them. So, all right. Oh, looks like I'm kind of the only one on. So, and then my wife. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. And so, thank you all very much for listening. If you watch this on the hind end, if you want, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. And then also, please, you'll see the link in the description to my website. From there, you can subscribe to my free newsletter and watch my free presentation on 7 awesome habits to grow your social media. And then you can also check out, what else do I got? You can also check out my Instagram, because my Instagram always has great stuff on it. And keep an eye on this Facebook page, because I'm going to keep putting out great content as the days go by. So again, this is Rob, and thanks for watching.